Hi, my name is Gail, and this month is Black History Month. It is being brought to you by the letter F for fucked up. Yeah, that's right. This month is fucked up. We got Jussie out here. He need intercessory prayer. We got little Northie out here. She out here being five with a boyfriend. We got the Cephasus out here. Offset going up there to collect rewards that ain't even his. Oh yes, it's fucked up out here. And guess what? A seat at the table is going to bring you all of the tea, honey. So pull up, girls. Whoop, whoop. Yes. Welcome to an all new episode of A Seat at the Table podcast. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Gail, bringing it back to you for another week, honey. Did you miss me, girl? Oh, crap. So much edges to gather this week, kids. So let's just get the formalities out the way. I'm Gail, your host. You can find us, A Seat at the Table Pod, all one word, on Instagram. You can also follow me on Twitter at Galanda Adams or at Gail Z. Hurst, whichever tickles your fancy. Oh, y'all, what is happening this month? Truly. Can someone please tell me? Is everyone losing their black ass fucking minds? Listen, let's just get a few things out the way, because before we get into these not so hot topics, because the topics is lukewarm, okay? But the pull up is really what's going to do you in. First of all, how is you doing? I hope that someone has told you this week that you are the wind beneath their chicken wing, honey. Because if not, you probably had a real lukewarm Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, okay? Yes, girls, it was Valentine's Day this week. Yes. Now, if you're like me, it was Happy Single Awareness Day this week, okay? Now, for all of you unfurling your brows at this moment because you're like, ooh, single awareness, that sounds lonely. It doesn't have to be lonely, girls. It doesn't have to be lonely. Because here's the thing. All you tenderonis that are sharing your mans and your girls with several people, listen, if that's how you like to get down for Valentine's Day, that is your business, okay? I'm sure all of you girls are collecting all of your roses from your local Stop and Shop in Aldi and have eaten all of your Hershey's Kisses this week, only to find that one day where your man spent $7.88 doesn't amount to much love at all. I hate to give it to you like that, but I'm always here to keep it real with you, okay? My Valentine's was, listen, my sister's birthday's on Valentine's Day, and that's really the only thing that I've known this day for. I have been dating for how many years, and I have not. I'm not one of those girls who says, oh, Valentine's Day, it's just a holiday created by Hallmark. It means nothing to me. No, that's bullshit. It means something, okay? If there is one black ass day that you want somebody to give a fuck about you, it is Valentine's Day. It is no coincidence that the Day of Love falls within Black History Month. No coincidence at all. Okay, so hopefully you had someone tell you that they love you. And if they didn't, I do love you. Y'all, can we talk about work for just 1 second? I know that is probably our least favorite topic, but I just want to say this. I work with two really stanky hoes that, and if they are ever to listen to this show, you know who the fuck you are. These hoes are some self-sabotaging bitches, okay? And yes, I'm just going to give it to you straight, no chaser. And I'm giving you the bottom shelf too, because that's what these hoes are, okay? They're not even Vladimir. They're Stolknoxty, whatever, Russian vodka or whatever. They're the $7.99 vodka that tastes more like rubbing alcohol. You ever had somebody that works with you that truly their key consistency is their level of inefficiency? Yeah. So one of these hoes, she has a permanent boulder lodged in the root of her anus and can't seem to get it out. Now, she's the type of bitch that could go on vacation for a week and still come back and be mad. Now, vacation, or as the common working man knows it, paid time off, normally means that when you come back, you are refreshed and you have released enough that you can come back to work and at least be efficient. This bitch is so stank, okay, that she's the only hoe that I know that can go on PTO for a week and come back and call out for 2 more days. Bitch, I wish you would call out forever and a day because you are so inefficient. It actually costs us more to have you there. And the other hoe, she will have excuses like, oh, I need my wisdom tooth. I feel that it has been impacted. And so, yes, it is Friday at almost 5, but I'm finna go to my midnight Friday dentist, which means that I'm already knowing that I'm finna call out because I, with my good enough diploma, have enough foresight and wisdom about dentistry, but I don't know how to count because if I did know how to count, I would know that my full work day is 8 hours and not 7. So, yeah, needless to say, I work with some real inefficient hoes. But don't worry, your girl is doing all that she can to be all that she can be and get the fuck out of there because nothing is worse than working with people that are inefficient. Jesus, Jiminy Christmas. Anywho, so much to get into. All right, where shall we start this week, you guys? Okay, so at the top of the week, we had the Grammys. Yes. Now, the Grammys has chosen to live up to their grandmother-esque moniker of the Grammy. Host Alicia Keys took us through her makeup changes. Now, everybody, y'all remember when Alicia Keys used to do them proactive commercials, right? And honestly, not much unlike Kendall Jenner, we all found that maybe this bitch is not using Proactive after all because her skin still look a hot goddamn mess. But the key to Proactive is to use it forever. My understanding is that when you stop using it, every goddamn crater and every fucking cousin that ever lived on your face will come back for a triumphant return and bring 2 of your long lost cousins as well. So, yes, Alicia Keys took us through her very much makeup, non-makeup changes. The highlights include a brief but most impactful appearance by Queen Michelle Obama. There were some other people up there with her too, Jada Pinkett, Smith, I don't remember who else. Oh, Jennifer Lopez. We'll get to her in a minute because ain't no montaña high enough. Yes. The Espanol Motown Review. Ándale. So we went through that. And, of course, we had our winners, which included Mrs. Cephas, otherwise known as Mrs. Set, otherwise known as Carithians B. She won Best Rap Album, which is a first for female. So congratulations for her. And honestly, the ironicism of her album, I think, what is it called? Privacy? Invasion of privacy? Is there anything that Cardi has not shown us? I mean, with this new Tatiana remix, we've seen everything but her fucking uterus. So talk about invasion of privacy. And most importantly was the vintage Manfred Thierry Mugler ensembles that she donned. She donned a Mugler ensemble on the red carpet, as well as for her performance of, I think, what did she do? Money? I'm not going to lie to y'all. I really didn't watch the Grammys. I saw like little intervals of it, but I could not stomach that shit. I'm sorry. I thought it was painfully boring. I thought the performances were weak as hell. And honestly, once I heard about Jennifer Lopez doing the Motown tribute, that's when I had cashed in all my chips and I said, you know what? No, thank you. No, gracias. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So other than that, she performed, Miss Cephas performed and walked the red carpet again in her Manfred Thierry Mugler vintage ensembles. I hear that the girls thought it was a big hit for fashion. I did. I thought it was great. It seemed like there was a lot of things happening this week. We had New York Fashion Week. We had the Grammys. Just a lot of things. Other notable winners include Drake, whose 1-minute speech was cut short by the Grammys just as soon as he started talking about how you don't need a Grammy to be seen as successful. The Grammys gave some bullshit excuse about how they felt his speech was too long. But if you saw Lady Gaga's speech, you know that that was a long speech. His speech wasn't long. His speech was effective and impactful. So, obviously Pusha T didn't really love that situation either, because he was sitting there like the church shushers had told him to sit down and then told him to get up because he's sitting in an elder's seat, okay? Childish Gambino won. Lady Gaga also won, and the Carters were also winners. Now, this was a little weird. They won for Best Contemporary Album? Best Contemporary Urban Album? Everything is Love is a Best Contemporary Urban Album? Am I missing something? Is it? I mean, I would consider, what would we consider an urban contemporary album? I guess, I would consider probably like Daniel Caesar and Her. Those are, to me, urban contemporary, maybe, but not Love is Love or Everything is Love. But I guess the Grammys felt the need, or the board of the Grammys, or whoever ushers in the votes for this thing felt the need to give the Carters something. And they weren't even in attendance, so I guess it doesn't really fucking matter. Diana Ross, the boss, she performed for her 75th birthday, which I thought was really cute. That was a cute performance that I did catch. I thought it was really sweet that her family, her grandson, introduced her. Now, let's just go ahead and take out the my board here. Now, close your eyes if you will. So I have Diana Ross at the top, right? Now, if you know anything about history, you know that Diana Ross's oldest daughter, Rhonda Ross, who was said to be Tracy Ellis Ross's sister, both paternally and maternally, who later found out that her father is not, in fact, Tracy Ellis Ross's father, but her father is, in fact, Berry Gordy Sr. Oh, yes. So she later found out in life that Berry Gordy Sr. is her father, which how can you deny? Her son, Raif, actually introduced Miss Diana, and I thought that that was really darling and amazing. And then Tracy and her son Evan helped her maneuver as she wore a very fluffed up ensemble to sing a string of her hits, which included What the World Needs Now is Love, Sweet Love. And honestly, I couldn't agree more. Further, Pero wait, muchachas. This year's Grammys also included a Motown tribute. Well, that caused quite the little scuttlebug amongst many people, including some of the people that I follow on Instagram and Twitter. People were wondering, why does this Blacc ass tribute have to be so gentrified? Gentrified meaning that, now first of all, let's just say this. I love Jennifer Lopez. I am a J lover. I think that she's super talented. I think that her romantic comedies where she plays an otherwise seemingly hapless Italian girl just looking for love, i.e. The Wedding Planner, or i.e. Monster-in-Law, or i.e. any other movie that has romance to do with it that stars Jennifer Lopez, because she never plays a Puerto Rican woman. Although in Made in Manhattan, I guess she did play a Puerto Rican. At that, don't you hate fucking Hollywood? Don't you hate them? The only time Jennifer Lopez could have actually played a Puerto Rican is when she played a fucking maid. Ugh, Hollywood makes me sick. Well, at any rate, so here are the facts about the Motown, which was a historically black label with black artists whose premise was soul. At the time that it was launched, many white labels would never even consider having these artists on their label, much less giving them any kind of ownership over their likeness, over the music that they were putting out there, or anything like that. So I don't know. I think a lot of people just had a problem with the fact that Jennifer Lopez took part. Now,